Hello, my name is Nicholas Haynes. This video is for Mr. Michael Pascuti and everyone at Magpul Incorporated. It's February 5th, 2019. This is regards to an issue I've been having with the GenM3 PMAGs that just recently got released in medium coyote tan, 30 round capacity. I was recently able to get 6 of these particular magazines. I understand they were recently adopted by the Marine Corps, and having served for 6 years myself, I wanted to give them a shot. I've been using Magpul PMAG since 2011 when I deployed to Afghanistan. Trusted my life to them, and I still trust them to this day. But recently I have discovered a particular issue with these magazines in particular that I have not encountered before with most other magazines, especially Magpul ones. So I'm going to demonstrate with my personally owned AR-15. I'm going to first show clear. I have 6 magazines that are not the same as the ones that I recently purchased. 4 of those are Magpul manufactured. One is a GI magazine with... So this is one of the Brownell's Tan Follower magazines. This is an older GI magazine with a Magpul enhanced follower. I have 3 older GenM3 PMAGs. These are the ones that I deployed with a long time ago. And just to verify, this is the Tan Follower Brownell magazine. This is a slightly older 20 round GenM3 magazine that I've had flawless function with. It was similar to some older GenM3s that I had before. These 6 here that were giving me the issue. And just a little background. I'm a former 0311 infantry rifleman, 0933 combat marksmanship coach, and a common training tool that we used when conducting magazine drills was to insert an empty magazine into a condition 4 weapon, like you see here, the bolt forward, no magazine inserted, no round in the chamber, firearm is on safe. Usually we'd have the ejection port cover closed as well, but in order to quickly lock our bolts open in the rear, we would simply insert an empty magazine in. This is the 20 round GenM3. Pull the charging handles to the rear and the bolt would lock open to the rear. And then we would conduct a speed reload drill as such, inserting the fresh magazine, send the bolt forward and go from there without having to do additional manipulations to the weapon itself. And just to demonstrate real quick, of the other magazines that are not the current Coyote Tan ones that I'm having issues with, again, I'll show that this magazine locks open when empty on a closed bolt. Here's the Brownell's magazine with the upgraded tan follower. Locks open reliably. This is the older GI magazine with the enhanced Magpul follower. Locks open. Here's one of my older Gen 2 PMAGs. Locks open. And then I'm going to be a little bit on the quicker side here, but I'm going to demonstrate that all 6 that I've found of the new magazines will not do this. Magazine 1. Magazine 2. Magazine 3. Magazine 4. Magazine 5. And last but not least, magazine number 6. It's going clear. I recently started an inquiry with Magpul stating that I was having an issue with these magazines. I further investigated it, and compared the followers in the new magazines that I purchased with the older GenM3 20 rounder, and found that there was a subtle but definitive difference in the backs of the magazine followers. That was what I found was causing the issue. Michael got in contact with me and suggested that there was one of 3 solutions for this problem. One, that the followers themselves were out of spec, and he offered to send me a replacement follower for free to test. I have since received that follower, and it still did not resolve the issue. If anything, it only locked the bolt carrier to the rear, not the entire bolt. If you pull the magazine out while the carrier is engaged with the bolt catch, the carrier will still go back forward once the magazine comes out. It's not a sufficient lock. Just to show that I'm not crazy, that I'm not imagining things, I tried swapping out the follower from the older GenM3 20 rounder and put it into one of the new 30 round shells. Problem resolved. Locks open reliably. And I understand this may not seem like it's a significant issue. I have live fire tested the new magazines, and they do function reliably. They will lock open the bolt after the last round is fired. But again, as peculiar an issue as it is, I imagine that if you begin asking around in the Marine Corps, especially amongst the infantry guys who do these mag drills pretty frequently and do that weapon manipulation, they might be finding that issue arising, especially if their magazines have this different follower design. And you can see, compared to the older GenM3, this one's more squared off. This one is not. It tapers a lot more on the back, and that tapering gives it just enough play that the bolt catch tab that engages with the follower ends up pushing forward against that magazine follower, especially as it's being pushed down by the bottom of the bolt carrier, and it's not able to engage properly. Michael had also suggested that it was likely an issue with my rifle, and that my original bolt catch was not up to snuff. Well, I have since upgraded it, and I have attached a link in the email that I provided to you with an enhanced bolt catch manufactured by Badger Ordnance, which I specifically got because it is said to be sufficiently longer and broader than a standard bolt catch, and was said to be by a customer who purchased it off of Brownells, as I did, that it was able to solve the very same issues as I was having with bad followers tilting forward out of the way of that tab on the older, now defunct black and green followers from the old GI magazines. And Badger Ordnance has been making stuff for the Marine Corps since the Vietnam War, so I have no reason to doubt the quality of their products. But after installing that item, and as you can see, it was on the rifle when I demonstrated for you all, it didn't work. So my conclusion is, it is the followers that are not as well designed as the older versions. I don't know where you all want to go with this information after this, how you expect to resolve this. On my end, I may try to source the older style followers to get those in these current magazines, as I don't have a need to get rid of these magazines. I do, as you probably notice, have quite a few items of Magpul on my firearms. I have still trusted my life to these products, but I genuinely hope that going forward there might be some more critical thought into some of the design features that go into these particular products, especially if they are being issued to guys like me, Marine grunts, who might be doing things with weapons and weapons manipulations that might not seem like the standard. Anyways, I'd like to thank you all for your time, and hopefully I'll hear from you soon. Thank you.